right, guys, welcome. We just finished Checked It Out Chicago. Beautiful show. How'd you like the show?
I loved it, man.
It's awesome,
Beautiful.
right?
Beautiful.
Beautiful day, beautiful weather.
Couldn't ask for anything better.
Earlier, I was walking around the show and I saw Baker's 02 C4S. I posted on my stories and instantly I tagged my buddy JV, who's in Pasadena. Immediately said, yo, that's my boy over there. Make sure you can try to do a story on him. So quickly, he came around, found me, and I wanted to just cover this real quickly. I know a lot of you 996 guys always feel like you're getting shortchanged. So when Baker's car came up, I was like, yo, we gotta cover this right now, mainly for the 996 guys. I know how much you guys love your cars. How long have you had this car, Baker?
3 years, we're in year 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
And in that 3 years, I know you went through a lot of trial and error trying to find the, you got a beautiful Akrapovic exhaust and you wanted to do something special, but you were finding a lot of hurdles with that?
Yeah, there was a lot of R&D to try to get it, to get to the point that it is at today. Mainly because this, the whole exhaust component, it wasn't supposed to come in together, right? These are all different serial numbers from 997 GT cars, so a lot of custom work to get it to this point.
And you took me for a ride along. Sounds beautiful, grabs very nicely. You said the exhaust knocked off about 70 pounds on the back end.
Yeah.
That's huge. I mean, Porsche, your exhausts are way too heavy. And then, of course, with the wheels and a few other things with the seats, did you feel a big difference, obviously, when all that was done from OE?
Yeah, it's a lot zippier, it's more agile. The exhaust alone, I felt, it plays a little bit more in the corners, it's lighter. Sure.
When you were looking for this car, was this the original intent when you were looking for a 996 C4S?
I was actually chasing 996 turbos, and every time I felt like I might be able to afford it, it went up 10 grand or whatever.
Yeah.
So the C4S was the very first 996 that I've ever kind of, was exposed to, and so it was special to me. And the very first one that I ever saw was a C4S. And so, I don't know, the red light in the back, that's always kind of stuck with me as a little bit of a pure design, right? Yeah. And so right now, I'm not trying to be biased, but I still think the 996 C4S is maybe one of the most beautiful, wide body, no wing. And so I said, why can't we kind of inject the GT specialness, the stuff that they put in GT3s, GT2s to make them, to make them what they are.
Is this 6 gears?
Yes, yeah, okay. 6 speed. Yeah. I said, why can't we inject, those things, and what can come out of it? Can I make a C4S feel really special, right? As special as a GT3. And so I just started using those parts. A little bit of like Singer concept, right? They're trying to use the best of each era. And that's what I try to do with this car, is try to use the best of the 996, 997 era. Can we make something special?
Sure. Well, I mean, the 997 shares a ton of parts from the 996, I was just at my friend's shop and we had it on the lift. I mean, there was tons of 996 stampings underneath.
Yeah.
So, but I think this is really an important statement, really kind of going back to the fact that, you hear a lot of people talk about if they can't afford this or that. But like any car, and I think this is the reason why grassroots motorsports is so important, is because, I mean, you can take Civics or Rabbits or GTIs or anything, you take something that's very low cost and you're really inputting your style into it. Mm-hmm. And I think that no matter what car, you could be a 914, a 944, a 996, 997, any of those cars can look great or they can look bad. It just really depends on what you do with it.
Right.
And so if you're trying to do something and trying to do it unique, dude, just get into the game and just go for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let whatever the stigma of anything in the culture stop you. Like, I know tons, like Jay, I'm sure you talked to Jay, right? So, I mean, Jay is obviously a very happy owner. From all over the place, you just meet people who are just having a good time, just with ownership and community-wise.
Well, it's kind of funny because there's a lot of, I called around to some of the high-dollar shops really all over the U.S. and some in California, and I told them that what I wanted to do, the very first thing that was the exhaust. And I won't say the names because you know them.
Right.
But they said, save yourself the hassle and just buy off the shelf. And to me, I took that as a you know, almost as a challenge.
Right.
I was like, all right, now I really want to make it work.
Right.
You know?
If you don't mind, like, what price point did you get in at a few years ago?
It was 26 shipped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did it come from?
It came from Pennsylvania.
Okay. So 26 shipped. I mean, this was at a time where 996s were, you know, they're very priced well. I think they're kind of floating around the same price right now, right?
I mean, from what I understand, they keep going up a little bit.
Sure. Everything's always going up.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, this is a great car to get in. I mean, it's got great power. And of course, if you guys get into a 996, there's a great community behind it because these guys love their cars. So, you know, I just want to thank you for coming up to me and just sharing your car with me. And I'm so glad I could be able to share it with everybody else. I know there's a lot of noise going on right now, but this is kind of where we were able to kind of get this thing going. So thank you so much, Baker, for coming up to me and sharing your car with us.
It's my pleasure,
yeah,
man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Take care, guys.
Take care.